this is Pam with Sati Yoga. Welcome to class. We're going to do a shortened version of Power Lite. So let's begin starting at the front of our mat in mountain pose. Just begin our hands at prayer heart center. Close your eyes and just take a few moments to transition from the outside craziness to the comfort and serenity of your yoga mat. Just notice your breath here. Notice how it feels in your body. Notice any sound it's making as you inhale and slowly exhale. Go ahead and begin to deepen your breaths. Try to slow them down. Pause gently at the top before you begin your exhale. Pause at the bottom before your next inhale. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Make sure you've released them away from your ears, crown reaching toward the sky. And when you're ready on your next inhale, begin to flutter open your eyes. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and allow a nice generous bend in your knees here. Just allowing your body to rest on your thighs. Do whatever organic movements feel good to you. So maybe you just kind of sway from side to side. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Just really begin to start to warm up your body here. Grab opposite elbows. Just release toward the ground. Just try to really make sure that you are relaxing your shoulder, allowing the crown of your head to reach towards the earth here. Go ahead and release your hands and inhale into halfway lift. Think about lengthening your spine, straightening your knees if that feels good. Just kind of sitting your hips back here. Feel the stretch in the top of your legs. Exhale, forward fold. And on your next inhale, extend your arms out, soften your knees, begin to reach all the way to the sky. On an exhale, close the pose, hands to prayer heart center. Take a moment to pause here, close your eyes, connect to your breath. Go ahead and flutter open your eyes. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. And let's step back into plank. Take your time. So if it takes a couple steps, take a couple steps. You want your wrists directly under your shoulders here. Hips high, shoulders rounded. There you go, beautiful. Now on your next inhale, push back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk out your dog. Your legs might be really tight here. Think about reaching your tailbone to the sky, allowing your heels to reach towards the earth. After you've walked your dog and you feel like you've done a good job stretching out your legs here, go ahead and find stillness in your dog. Think about relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Your drishti or your gaze is at your navel here. We're here for just 2 more breaths. Use your next inhale to gently bend your knees and look between your hands. Go ahead and tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, extending your arms, reaching all the way back up to the top. exhale, close the pose. Taking a moment to close your eyes and pause. Reconnecting to your breath. Noticing if it feels different now than it did a moment ago. Flutter open your eyes. Inhale, reaching to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Picking up the pace a bit here. Exhale, plant your hands, step back for your, and right here you can just stay where you are in plank. Hold it for a few seconds, or go ahead and push back to downward facing dog. Whatever feels right. We'll all meet in down dog when you're all ready. Inhale, lift your right leg. Bring your awareness to your hips. You want to make sure they're both still level here. So maybe when you peek through, you can still see your toes. And on the next exhale, go ahead, release your knee down and step through. Take a couple steps if you need to. We're going to come up into warrior two. So set your back foot parallel to the mat and just cartwheel your hands. Really have a good bend in that front knee, but make sure it's not going over your ankle, okay? You want it stacked right on top. Release your shoulders down your back. Drishti, or your gaze, is over your front fingers. Focusing on your breath. Don't hold your breath here. When you're ready, reverse your warrior, so you'll drop your back hand, flip your top palm, and reach to the sky. Your drishti is up, but if that pinches your neck in any way, you can look down at your back foot. Think about the bend in your knee. Your right knee, is it still bent? When you're ready, use an inhale to come back to warrior two. Couple breaths here. Then cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step your right foot back for downward facing dog. We've been here, your body knows what to do. Just bring your awareness to your tailbone. Make sure it's reaching to the sky. Just 2 more breaths. Release your shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, whatever that is, inhale your left leg up. And then go ahead and step it through with both hands, taking as many little baby steps as you can to get up there. Set your warrior 2 feet. And when you're ready, your feet are nice and planted. Warrior 2. Turn and peek at that back hand. Just see what it's doing. It should be parallel to the earth. Drishti's back on your front. Shoulders are released down your back. Check the bend in your left knee. Beautiful, ladies. On an inhale, reverse your warrior, so drop that back hand and reach your left to the sky. You have the option for a bind here, so if you want to bring it behind your waist, you can. Here for just a couple more breaths. Feel the stretch in your side body. Can you reach a little farther back? Keeping your legs where they are. Beautiful. When you're ready, back to warrior 2. Check your right hand. Lovely. Let's go ahead and cartwheel our hands down and step our left foot back for downward facing dog. Just a couple breaths here. Think about releasing your heels, A little bit closer to the mat. Tailbone reaches the sky. On your next inhale, whatever that is, bend your knees, look between your hands, tiptoe all the way back to the top. Find your forward fold. Thinking about releasing the crown of your head toward the ground. Drishti, or your gaze, is at your navel. Inhale, halfway lift. I always think about making an L shape here. So straight from the heels to my tailbone, and from my tailbone to the crown of my head. Exhale, forward fold. Allow your knees to bend here. Inhale, extending your arms out to the side, reaching all the way to the top. Exhale, close the pose. Close your eyes and take just a moment. Go ahead and flutter open your eyes. Let's work on balance. So go ahead and transition your weight to your right leg. And bend your left leg for one leg Tadasana. You got it. Flex your foot here. Open out to the side. Back to the front. It helps to keep your drishti really low when you're in this pose. And then we're going to push back for warrior three, pardon me. Think about pushing your heel against the wall. You can have your hands at prayer heart center. You can have them out. The goal is to reach them forward. Keep in mind you want your knee and your toes pointing towards the ground here. So don't let that hip rotate up. And when you're ready, without touching the ground, begin to hinge forward and reach back with the same hand. Grab the foot on the inside. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this. Natarajasana, dancer pose. I think they call it that because we dance around when we're trying to get into it. Okay, I've got to get on the floor. Really think about pushing your foot into your hand here. Your drishti is beside your hand, so it's just kind of right out in front. Push a little more and go ahead and slowly release. Whew. It's not easy, is it? Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. So begin to transition your weight to the opposite leg. And bend your right leg for one leg Tadasana. Just really focus here. Use your breath to help you maintain your concentration. Open it out to the side. Your base leg should be really tight back to the front. And when you're ready, push back for warrior three. Imagine that your kneecap is really pulled up into your thigh here. You're trying to be parallel with your upper body. Your right leg is straight with your toes pointing to the ground. Beautiful. And now slowly hinge yourself forward as you reach around and grab the inside of that foot with the same hand. Find your balance and just begin to push into your hand. Use your breath here. Okay, go ahead and release. Nice. Shake it out. Okay, let's go ahead and find mountain pose at the top of our mats again. Palms shining towards the front of the room. Find your breath. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and flutter them open. And inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back for your plank. Hold here. Your abs are tight. We're gonna run through a chaturanga. So you have the option of dropping your knees and slowly lowering through, pushing your chin and your chest forward. Don't bend too high right now. And just hold, stay here for the exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, pushing yourself back through tabletop and all the way back through for downward facing dog. Think about where you can make this pose strong. So bring your awareness to your tailbone. Think about reaching your chest towards your thighs. Drishti, or your gaze, is at your navel. What's your breath doing? Inhale, extending your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. When you do this, you transition a little bit to plank. Yeah. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. So you're going to hover in a twist here. Hold it. It's not easy. You got it. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. This side's a little bit easier. Are you breathing? Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. And then go ahead and step it through. Set up for warrior two. Cartwheel your hands up when you're ready. Remember to check your back hand. Remember to think about your shoulders. You want to release them down. What's your right knee doing? You want it stacked right on top of that ankle. Inhale slowly. And on the next exhale, release your hands down, interlacing your fingers with your right thumb on top. Inhale, slight bend at the top. And exhale, hinging forward for humble warrior. So you're reaching your right shoulder towards your right knee. This is a good place for a bind if you have that in your practice. Otherwise, you're reaching your knuckles to the sky. Drishti is at your navel. Be strong in your legs. And on an exhale, you can release your hands to the mat. Bring that front foot, step back for downward facing dog. Set your pose. Release your heels to the mat. This is a reset pose, a resting pose. This is a great spot for child's pose if you would like it. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Inhale your left leg. Beautiful. Inhale, knee to nose. Push back, extend it. Nice. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, opposite. Hover here. Think about being strong in your abs. Everything's engaged. Inhale, extend. When you push back, you flex your foot. So your toes are pointing to the ground. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Beautiful. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Go ahead and push that foot through, plant between your hands. We're gonna move into warrior two. So set up your warrior 2 feet and come up when you're strong and ready. Release your shoulder blades. You got it. Nice deep bend in that front knee. Drishti's over the front fingers. You're smiling. When you're ready on your next exhale, release those hands down. Left thumb on top this time. Inhale, think about lengthening, nice little bend at the top. And on your exhale, hinge at your hips, moving that left shoulder as close to being under that left knee as you can. Reaching your knuckles to the sky. Drishti is on your navel. Just breathe. Let's go ahead and release our hands to the mat. Rotate on that back foot and push your left leg back. Step back for downward facing dog. Set your pose. Find stillness here. And just rest and reset. Fingers are wide. Inhale nice and slowly. Hold at the top. Exhale nice and slowly. Hold at the bottom. Use this next inhale to bend your knees and hop or tiptoe to the top. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And on your next inhale, extend your arms and reach all the way to the sky. Exhale, close your pose. Close your eyes. Reconnect. Reset. Think about what's going on in your mind right now. Releasing any thoughts that aren't serving your practice. Just thinking about your breath. Flutter open your eyes. Inhale your arms up. Let's drop into chair. In chair pose, you want to think about quite a few things here. Make sure your tailbone is pointing straight to the earth and not popping back any. So you want to have a nice neutral spine. Take a peek at your toes. If you can't see those first two toes, you've got to sit your bottom back a little and just breathe here. Can you get a little bit lower? Arms straight, reaching up, fingers wide, sending your energy out into the room, getting stronger. Breathe. On your next exhale, release it, forward fold. Forward fold always feels so good after chair. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. On the next inhale, we're going to extend our arms out and reach all the way back up. Exhale. Close the pose, prayer heart center. Flutter open your eyes. Inhale your arms up. Chair pose. We're going to use this one to transition. So think about setting your pose nice and tight and firm. And then let's transition to diver's pose. So we'll come up on the balls of our feet as we push our hands back, palms facing each other. Drop your bottom a little bit more and hold and breathe. Drishti is out in front. Drop a little more. And then just go ahead and allow yourself to find a seat on the mat. Lovely. Whew, shake that out. And we're going to move into boat pose here. So you just go ahead and lean back. Find your spot. I have to find my balance when I do this. You can use your hands on your legs for support. Or you can put them out in front of you, palms facing each other. You can straighten your legs, keep them bent. Just hold on, keep it up. You can flutter a little if you want low boat. Just hover. We're here for 3 more rounds of breath. So you can pump a little here if you'd like, or just be still in the pose. All along, you've got your abs tight, your legs are tight. Arms are tight, everything's tight. When you're ready, let your feet find the earth and slowly lay back. Go ahead and take a nice long stretch here, reaching your arms over your head, toes reaching toward the front of the room, and then slowly bring your knees into your chest. Try to keep your lower back firmly grounded here, and then just roll a little side to side. Go ahead and release your feet to the mat. And we're going to do bridge pose here. So you want your feet hips width distance apart, close enough to your bottom that you could reach around and grab your heels with your fingers if you wanted to. Palms flat down on the earth, and use an inhale to push your hips up to the sky. And just hold here. Bring your awareness to your thighs. You want them parallel to each other. So really be aware of whether your knees are falling in or falling out here, and just line them up. Can you raise your hips a little bit higher? Breathe into this. You don't want to cause yourself any pain, so if you need to come out a little bit, then do that. Use your next exhale to slowly roll back down. One vertebrae at a time. Roll down as slow as you can. Just pause here for a second, and then hug your knees in. Just roll from side to side, very gently, keeping your lower back firmly grounded. Nice. We're going to move into waterfall. So with this one, you just raise your extended legs up. You can use your hands underneath your hips in the back if that feels comfortable to you. But you want to imagine that your feet could walk on the ceiling here. So they're both flexed. You're just holding your legs up. Maybe your ankles are together, maybe not. Whatever feels comfortable. Your legs do not have to be completely straight here. So I'll demonstrate a little bit with the bend. They can be, but they don't have to be. Just holding it here, giving our body's blood a chance to run freely the other way for a minute. Remembering not to hold our breath. So focusing on nice rhythmic breathing here. Trying to make your exhales the same length as your inhales. When you're ready, just slowly release your feet back to the mat. Maybe taking really slow windshield wipers with your knees. When you're ready, find stillness there. Nice. We'll hug our knees in for a supine twist. So move your hips to the left side of your mat. I use one foot on the ground to do that. You'll move your hips to the left side, and you'll slowly drop your knees to the right. You can use a cushion, or if you have a block at home, you can put that underneath your knees here if they don't reach the ground. That's really not the purpose. But you want to make sure both shoulders are firmly planted. You can have your arms straight out, or they can be bent at the elbows. Your face can be looking up to the sky, or it can be looking over your left elbow here. Whatever feels good to your body. Remembering to breathe, focusing on what that breath feels like now. Remembering to allow your mind to release any thoughts that are entering. Use your next inhale To engage your abs, make sure your core is nice and tight, and find your way slowly back to center. Just bringing everything back. Move your hips back to the center of your mat. Hugging your knees in. Nice, slow rolls side to side, keeping your lower back on the ground. And let's go ahead and set up for supine twist on the other side. So move your hips over to the right side of the mat. And then allow both knees to slowly, gently fall to the left side. Being mindful of what our shoulders are doing here. You want to make sure they're both down. Take the same arm variation you took on the other side. Looking over your right elbow towards your right hand. Just closing your eyes. Enjoying this twist. Allowing your mind, your brain to concentrate just on your practice right now. Your breath is probably slowing, becoming more steady. Use your next inhale to engage your abs and slowly make your way back to center. Don't rush this. Take your time getting back up. Hug your knees in. Remembering to keep that lower back as firmly grounded on your mat as you can. And when you're ready, extend both legs out towards the corners of your mat, or just out as wide as they're comfortable. You can have your palms to your side facing the sky, or if you feel like you want to feel more grounded, you can have them facing the earth. Just close your eyes. This will be your Shavasana, so you can pause here and take a little bit longer than we're recording. Just really take a final scan, allowing every muscle in your body to be completely relaxed, allowing the earth to hold you. You have nothing to do here, but let your practice settle in and breathe. Begin to bring your awareness back to this space, back to your body. Invite some movement back, wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your ankles and your wrists. Slowly turn your head side to side. And take another big stretch, reaching your hands over your head. Try to make yourself as tall as you can, reaching your fingers to one wall, your toes to the other. Slowly bend your knees and roll over to whichever side is calling you today. Using your bottom arm as a pillow if that's comfortable. Now use your top hand to plant on the ground and slowly sit up. Find a comfortable seat facing the front. Thank you for joining us today. This was Power Lite. I'm Pam and Sati. Namaste.